Marikuma and the owner of Marikuma Healing, where we heal our mind, body, soul, and heart. We learn about how to focus on our mental health, how to make sure that our thoughts are a lot more positive and kind towards ourselves, right? As well as putting our emotions and having compassion and empathy for ourselves as well as for others. I'm sorry. I get distracted by noises. I I'm gonna do it, but like um I think it just fucks my ADHD a little. Anywho, like I was saying, we focus on our mental and emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being, right? We work on positive mental health, tips and tricks to handle depressions, anxieties, being hot-headed, whatever it may be. Learning how to express ourselves and be honest with our feelings, as well as to accept and be empathetic to other people's feelings as well as our own. To listen to our body, rest when we need resting, relaxing when we need relaxing, working when we need working, and what makes us have peace of mind. That's what kind of healing I do. We talk about healing from trauma, abuse, toxic relationships, situations, and things, how to handle trauma responses, and much, much more, how to handle mental, physical, and emotional disabilities, how to navigate to get help, and how to go and get certain things that you may be looking for. As well as I do card readings. I read playing cards for all sorts of things. Okay, I'm doing the 2026 year reading, but I read generals, money, love, future, past, present. Whatever you may be curious about knowing, I can read it with my playing cards. I do palm readings, but my palm readings are all about personality. It gives me a thing about your character and stuff of that nature. It's a fun thing to try and do, you know what I mean? One hand is $6, both palms are 20. So not only do I do card readings and palm readings, I also offer counseling and advice. I am not a certified counselor, but I've counseled quite a few people, and my business has been running for almost 2 years. We are celebrating a year of YouTube. That's right, guys. Thank you for 71 subscribers. I appreciate it. And we are also going to be celebrating 2 years of my business. So the year that we're celebrating YouTube is this month. On the 20th, it will mark my 1 year of being a YouTuber. I know, I'm finally getting my badges. I have a long way to go before I get a lot of them, like have a lot of experience and things of that nature, but I think we're making a way. Anywho, like I was saying, we are celebrating that milestone, and we're also celebrating 2 years on January 8th of Marikuma Healing finally being here for 2 years. Like, I cannot believe I started this thing in 2024 and it's already going to be 2026. And it's been a really, it's been a good ride. And hopefully I have more years to come. You know what I mean? All right. So Capricorn, we are doing your 2026 year reading. I have already pulled out all your cards. So you guys may actually be one of the more faster readings, because normally I pull out the cards while we're talking about what the cards are. We are going to talk about, in this part, the theme of 2025, the career through the spiritual outlook, all right? And get into details of that. So this year of 2025 has been nothing but dependable and practical. That has been the theme. If it is not practical, Capricorn, if it does not make any sense, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't press go. Don't collect 500. Think about it before you go on and act. Okay? I'm going to try to do this with a whole bit of nettles. It's going to be weird as fuck. Nope. So competition and disagreement, okay, is why we have to be learning about dependability and practicality. Who are you guys competing with, man? Romance, childishness, and irresponsibility. Okay. So, because you guys may be running on a more competitive energy or spirit, you are also learning how to be carefree. What's the outcome for the rest of this year? I feel like this is going to be a Virgo thing. Energy and disorganization. Let's get into it. So you're telling me for the last part of this year, right? For whatever weeks we have left in December for 2025, y'all are running on competitive energy. You're going to learn how to be carefree, and the outcome is dysfunctional energy. I'm going to nit competition first, okay? First thing, competition's supposed to be a game. It is supposed to be a fun game. It is supposed to be something that you use to build yourself up little by little, okay? Just like I told Taurus, and just like I told Virgo, I'm going to tell you the same thing, Capricorn. One, you have the right to compete. That's okay. Don't go over there and compete with people who don't know that they're being competed on. Don't go over there and try to take on the biggest and the baddest challenge. And don't go over there and take it too far. Don't take it too far, man. You're supposed to start small with your competition and build yourself up. Okay? So, like, for example, this coming year, we have a lot of projects. I'm going to be seeing if I can get some. Last year, on 2024, right? I did a lot of people's lives. People were on my lives. And I'm doing that. I'm trying to make, it's not corresponding. It's, I can never remember it. It's in the tip of my head. And I don't know the word for it. I don't. But yeah, I'm going to be linking up with other people and seeing if they want to join in on my TED Talks and things. And also get some of you guys that follow me if you're interested in joining in some of the TED Talks, right? That's going to be some of the new things on the way, as well as different styles of magic that we're going to be doing. Obviously, we're going to start off small and then we're going to get big, but there's a lot of things I want. So I'm competing with myself on projects. I am competing with myself personally that by the end of 2026, I will have 500 subscribers. And since I have 965 videos, let's be cute and say 1,600 videos. Mainly videos, not all due to shorts, which I don't know who you could. One of you guys gave me the idea for InstaTube, and it works because I do like putting Instagram reels in my channel. So, like, yeah, I'm going to be building up my YouTube channel a little bit more and also just kind of having different projects on hand. Now, you can do that. You can start small and build yourself up, right? So, again, when you're competing, make sure the person is competing with you. Sometimes, because I know I do this with my siblings, as a lot of you guys know, especially y'all who've watched my videos for a long time, I always talk about that there's 5 of us. I have an older sister. I'm the second oldest. Then there's my sister, my brother, and the littlest one is a girl. Okay. And all my siblings have something that I want. Some of them are married. Some of them have new opportunities. Some of them have all these things coming to them. And I really want that. But I have to ask myself, if I had all those things, right, would I be ready? Because I talked to my mom about it in 2024, and she was like, you're not a bad person for being jealous of your siblings, but you have to understand that one, your siblings are not competing with you. They don't know this is how you feel. Two, they're at level 200 and you're at 150. You're trying to compete at 200 when the max you can go is 150. You haven't leveled up yet to get to where they're at. They're ready for the things that you're wanting. Ask yourself, if you got married, would you be ready? I'm like, nah, man, I'm not going to be ready. Well, if you have this one coming to you, would you be ready then? No. Why? Because there's still some things I want to do. Okay, then you're building it. You're building up to it. You're working towards that goal, right? Right. So give yourself some kudos and grace that you're working towards the goal. I'm working towards these projects. You're working towards the things that you want to bring in for 2026 and the things that you're trying to cut off and nip in the bud the remainder of 2025. Okay? We're getting ourselves ready for the transition. It's always a transition in the beginning of the year and the end of the year. So around January, we're transforming into 2026. After December, we're leading the old things and coming into the new things. So use your competition wisely, obviously, for being carefree, all right? Which is romance, childishness, irresponsibility. Make sure you go about it like this. Y'all can work and have fun. You're not supposed to kill yourself in the name of the work. You're also not supposed to run away from your problems. The last time that I did this, because I tried to do this video today, it was all about empathy. You guys had somehow found a way to like shut off the things and try to go and just push through. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna put that in there with this card, okay? You are going to need mental and emotional care. You're going to have to work on that the remaining of this year. You're going to take that to the next year. Okay? You got to make sure that you are not killing yourself in the name of whatever. That you are taking care of your mind. That you're not shutting down and blocking it all away and pretending that it never happened. Shit happened, it got there. That doesn't mean that it's not going to get better. Your bad days, though they may be really bad, don't take out all the progress you did. Okay? Good days, bad days, whatever. You're still doing your best and you're trying every day. So, make sure that you are being able to balance working hard and having fun. Instead of using this energy to avoid your problems, ignore them all, and pretend that they don't exist. Don't do it. If you do it, you'll end up with dysfunctional energy. Organize yourself and make sure you use your time, energy, and effort wisely for the remainder of this year. Don't do dumb things without thinking it through, bro. Okay? Now, we talked about the remainder of this year. Let's get into next year. What is your career going to be like? Your finance, your love life, friends, family, and energy that you're bringing into the table. Okay. So, I'm going to pull out the cards. Okay, we are definitely, yeah, okay. All right. So we're talking about your career for 2026, Capricorn, whether you're born under the sign, whether you're interested in somebody who's a Capricorn, you have it in your birth chart, or you have the Capricorn spirit, right? Perhaps this reading resonates with you, may give you clarity and peace. Your career outcome is all about unreliability and taking risk, okay? This is the card of impulsiveness. So if you're in your career and you're just being impulsive, think before you try. There's nothing wrong with doing new things. But the reason why we're having this unreliable taking risk energy is because of carrying too much burdens. Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. This is the brother or the counterpart for this card, which is nightmare, worry, problem, and stress, right? Guilt. We'll get to that later. That's for your finance. You're carrying too much. You're doing too much. You need to manage your time wisely, baby. You're being stretched to community. You're going to work and you're going to school and you're having this and you're having that. And you're so spread out that you can't have peace. Now, when it comes to money problems, this is what you're going to do. Get yourself a pencil or a pen. Make sure that you write down the time that you're getting this advice. Every time you get paid, you're going to pay your bills first. Okay. So if you don't know how much your bills are, you are going to write down your rent. Okay. You're going to write down your rent. You're going to write down your electricity. You're going to write down your gas. You're going to write your gas for your car, groceries, and insurances if you have any. You're going to write down your monthly expenses and you're going to round up the amount to the highest 10. Okay. So not to the highest 1,000, not to the highest 100, to the highest 10. So if your light is like 121, then we're going to go up to 130. Okay. That's how much it would be. And all that is going to make your exact estimate for your month. Okay. So if I have to pay, let's be cute, because I know the prices I'm about to lay down is like prices from 2010. Okay. When shit made a little bit more fucking sense than what hell that we're dealing with right now. So I'm going to go over there and say that you get paid $2,500, but you need to pay for all your living expenses $2,000. Okay, let's be cute. Plus rent, lights, water, cable, whatever is 2,000 total. That means you have a leftover 500, which means I'm going to put 250 in the savings. I have 250 in my pockets. Okay, I have that money in my pocket. Why don't I just use my card or my phone? There's other ways than having to use pocket money, because your phone can get stolen, it can break down. Your wallet, right? Your cards could be taken away, it could be pickpocketed. Cash money, like pocket money, is very important. Okay. I didn't know that they come out as white, man, but my nails are green. They're just that light color. Anyways, like I was saying, you're going to go over there and each time you get paid, you're paid off your bills. You're going to put half of it in savings. 2/3 to a half should always go into savings. This is your rainy day money. This is in case something happens, you have something that can fall on, right? Okay. And the other half will go into your pocket, or you'll be able to use it and stretch it for a week. Okay. Again, I'm being cute, because when I say 2,500, that is not enough to pay for all your living expenses. If we're being like in this here and day, right? This reality, this time. Yeah, that is not enough. No amount of money is enough for everybody to be able to support themselves and their family and things. And I know like a lot of people talk about it, but that's crazy how it's true. And the things that you're supposed to get support by are all being cut off. So it's just kind of like, it's a really fucked up time to be alive, man. It's a weird, weird time, and people are waking up. People are seeing things on a whole new level. Anywho, we're talking about finance and savings, right? My saving is Airtel. Okay, as you guys know, I have PayPal, I have Zelle, and I have Airtel. Airtel is money that I can get and transform it into Uganda shillings, okay? Because I have family in Africa, I visit them, and I have family in the States, and hopefully next year I can come and visit them, see how they're doing, and visit my friend, right? Here's the hoping. But it's money that I don't have to touch and that I can save on the side and I can build up. I can also transform my US shillings into USD. You know what I mean? And same vice versa. So if I have like a lot of shillings saved, I can probably get maybe like a few scraps of money from USDs when I transfer it. That being said, you have to have a place where you're going to go over there, put the money in a safe place, and not use it in case. You can only use it if it's a 911 emergency, a doctor appointment, not for the newest, latest clothes, not for the newest trend, something serious that you need in everyday life, right? That's your rainy day money. As you put a little bit aside, Capricorn, you're going to build a very good savings. You are never too old to save money or to start saving it and using it wisely. All right. All right. Now, that being said, you are also gonna have to let go of some things. You guys are gonna be grieving in a sense that you're changing. You know what I mean? You're changing. You're letting go of old you and making room for a new you. You are not going to be the same person that you were. Like, I'm going to say, you are not the same person you were when you entered 2025. You are not the same person now. Some of you guys may be, but there's been some changes that this year has put on you. This coming year is going to shake you. We're getting rid of all the old things that you don't need anymore, and we're putting in new stuff. This means you're going to need to be comfortable with grieving. Now, this card has popped up, and I'm going to just say, for those of you guys who may be having somebody that's very close to you and they're not doing well, and you think that maybe the time is coming and you're getting yourself ready to grieve. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I'm going to talk about in career wise, okay? Capricorn, I pray that a lot of you guys have good jobs. If you guys are looking for a new job, you're going to need to go over there and get your paper and pen and put down 30, 40 resumes a week. I don't want you guys putting in 8 or 10 resumes a week. 30, 40, 50 resumes. You write down each job that you applied for, the amount of payment they do hourly, the shifts that they're asking you to work, the name of the job, and seeing if it is a legit job. Last year, somebody had the audacity on June of 2024 to hack my accounts. Okay, they hacked my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, my old accounts. They took out all my things, messed up my phone, and I couldn't get in. They also had the audacity to pretend to be me and call themselves Psychic Love Raider. And they took people's money. Last year, I didn't know, because some of you guys were coming to me and you're like, oh man, I went over there and I gave you some money, I donated to your business. I said, oh, thanks. I never saw it, but I was like, maybe, maybe it's something like in TikTok. Maybe like in TikTok, you can go to the thing. Mind you guys, I was new to TikTok, okay? I kind of know what I'm doing now because I've been on TikTok for 2 years. YouTube was supposed to be where Marikuma Healing started. TikTok is where it started. They allowed me to have more freedom and stuff. Anywho, like I was saying, I found out because they followed me on one of my lives last year, right? And I looked at them and I reported their account. I said, they're stealing off my business. They're pawning off other people. And I said, guys, if you see this person, if you see any account that is not the account, like right here and right now, okay? Because in case they try to do a Marikuma Healing, whatever, this is my business account. This channel is the real channel. It's the legit, yeah? And I want y'all to understand the reason why I'm telling you guys this, to do your research on these businesses. If they can go over there, right, and steal from my business, which is fairly new, imagine what kind of madness they're doing with runoffs and B grades of actual huge companies. My business will be huge. It's growing. It's at a sample. You know what I mean? It's like at a baby tree stance. In a few years, it's going to grow up to be really big. My point is, though, if somebody has the audacity to try to scam off of my business, imagine what they can do with multi-dollar millions, okay? Do your research. Check up and making sure that everything is okay. Everything is so tech-based, and people are going to be out here trying to steal other people's money and stuff. So make sure that you're going over there doing it right, okay? Okay. Now, that being said, you are going to be grieving because you're going to be losing some things that you need to let go of. The reason why I say this is because of loss and despair is what's going to help you with all this stress. You need to be able to let go, and you also need to be able to accept the fact that you need help. Okay? If your job is unreliable and you're doing the most and it's not working for you, look for a new job. Keep the job you have and look for a job on the side while you're working, because you don't know how long it's going to take for you to find a new work. So even though it may not be the best job, try to see if you can hold on to it. Okay? Then go over there and find something new that works for you. Put your 2 weeks notice and take a picture of your 2 weeks notice. Have it over there. It's opened, right? You left it for your manager. You pull your manager, say, sir, madam, fellow person, whatever, right? I put my 2 weeks notice in your desk. I just wanted to let you know. I appreciate the experience that this job has given me, but I'm looking forward to a new chapter, right? You're going to write it down real classy. Thank you for the opportunity you guys have given me. Working for you has been very informational and insightful. I appreciate the time that I spent here, and I am going to be going to another opportunity. This is my 2 weeks notice. Sincerely, write your name, date it, put the date down. Because anybody can go over there and be like, well, you didn't put on this date. You have the date, you have your signature, you have the picture that you put on there. Because I promise you, there's some people, there's some managers, there's some bosses that will pretend they didn't even see it. And they'll be like, well, anybody could have wrote it. My signature, my date, my handwriting, my picture. All right, I took a picture of the thing on your desk. I also recorded the fact that I let you know and you said, all right. You think that I'm crazy with the recording thing. You may not need to record them, but you at least need to make sure that, like, if they go back in them cameras, it shows you talking to them, talking about the thing. Because there's some people who will go over there and be petty and will wait. We'll wait. Get your receipts. Make sure you got your receipts checked in, honey. Now, hopefully you get a better job. Hopefully you guys are working well right now and you may just need a side hustle. Now, again, for grieving and things are going to help you, you're going to have to be able to accept the fact that there's some things you cannot do. Allow yourself to grieve about situations you wish were better, opportunities that you wish weren't so stressful, things that would worked out but didn't. Allow yourself to mourn about them. And if you're going to be losing somebody special or very close to you guys next year, if I don't really see any funerals, you know what I mean? I think like a handful, I think like a small percent of you guys may go through that next year, but I think it's something that you've known has been coming and you're just kind of hoping that it's not this time. It's okay to grieve. I think a lot of you guys are grieving over situations and opportunities. Like you wish that things had worked out this way. You wish that it didn't turn out like the way that it did. And for whatever reason, career wise, could have been a loss of opportunities. The good news is that at the end of the day, you're going to come out with hard work and reliability. So while we're accepting the fact that we need to have help and not overwhelm ourselves with like lots of stress and lots of things, we are going to be working harder and smarter. So smarter, not harder. I'm sorry, I messed it up. We're working smarter, not harder. Hardworking and reliable is what we're going to do. We're going to get a job or a career that is one, it works for us and is reliable. Two, it makes sense. It's not killing me in the name of the dollar. And y'all may think that I'm crazy for saying that, but I really want you to think, okay? Like really, 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 really think. People kill themselves for money all the time. If you are the person that's working the dead man shifts, right? And what are dead man shifts? Dead man shifts are 24/7, 365. You work all day, all night long, continually, without, if any, rarely seeing your family and friends because you live, sleep at work. I've done the dead man shifts. I've done the dead man shifts for years. For years, I sacrificed my mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well being for the name of the dollar. I want y'all to understand this. It is an endless rat wheel. You are running on an endless rat wheel with a carrot, the dollar, right? The money, to try to get these house, to pay for the bills, and get all these things that you don't get to see because you're at work. And let's just be cute. Let's be cute. Let's say that, okay, well, I cut my lease. I'm at work all the time. So now I don't have that. And I'm going to stay at a hotel, right? When I get off, I'm at the hotel. When I'm out of the hotel, I'm in there. One, what if you don't get a room? Now you are off in the streets working for a lot of money that you can't use. Save your money, put some money on the side, and understand that yes, it is admirable and important to work hard. But at the same time, you gotta be able to have it where it's smart, okay? Like, I'm not killing myself trying to work all these hours for money that I don't get to use because I'm at work all the time. If y'all don't work the dead man shifts, you cannot understand the ludicrous. Like, this, the madness behind it. I'm killing myself for money, to pay bills, to get food that I don't see because I'm at work trying to make all this cash. Truly. So when I say for Capricorns and their jobs, man, manage your time. Let go of some unhealthy habits that you have with your career. If you need to find a new job, work the job you have, put in, like, look for another job to do. The moment you get another job, that you research and make sure it's legit. Okay, last year they totally conned me on it. They're pretending to be me. They took people's money. I didn't find out till like later on, and I was like, yo guys, no, this is not me. This, I don't ask you guys for money. Now I'll ask if you want to have like a reading or something, or this is the price, or this is my special. And if you said you want a reading and you're gonna buy it, then yeah, please pay me first and then we'll do the reading afterwards. But I'm not gonna hound you for donations. Like, donate to me. Donate to me, guys. Listen, have you not seen the economy that we are dealing with? Who has the money? Spread my business, share my videos, subscribe. That's how you guys can donate to me. It's free. You don't have to get money out of your wallet. I don't have to feel guilty. And it just works, right? So, yeah, so hard work. Make sure you work smart, not hard. And manage your time. Do your due diligence and research for a new job if you're looking for it, because it's looking unreliable and taking risks. It's just impulsiveness. So, finance, Capricorn, is nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Why are you guys having this stress? Well, you almost have done something right for your job. You obtaining resources and getting and receiving money. Like, let's go. Let's go, bro. Jesus. All right. Emotions and empathy. So we're actually focusing on our mental and emotional well-being. Thank God. Thank the gods and goddesses, man. Because Capricorn, I love you guys. I really do. Y'all are awesome. Y'all can't be doing, no, don't be doing the most. Now, the outcome for your finance is all about stinginess and possessiveness. We are going to be saving our money and being very picky about how we spend it. We are going to be very picky about who we spend our time with, who we put our energy, effort, and things towards. May you guys not be controlling on people. May somebody not be trying to control you. Okay? Because stinginess and possessiveness can also be that you have somebody who dictates your every move. Okay? You don't do anything without them saying so. And that is really, really annoying. Okay, especially if it's tied to your finance. Now, I understand if you're working again and that's kind of like, okay, this job requires you to do certain things. I can understand that. That makes sense. But just being with somebody who dictates your every move, people are not meant to be controlled. I don't care who says what. People not meant to be controlled, baby. I'm not supposed to go over there and say, this is how you're going to do it, and this is when it's going to happen. The same thing goes with you. Don't go over there and try to dictate other people's movements. Because, like I told Capricorn, I'm sorry, I told Virgo, I just got done telling Virgo this on their other thing for their part two, right? I'm like, look, there's some of you guys that are very controlling and that need to have everything done the way that you want it. The world doesn't work that way. Learn to let it go because you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to push everybody away and nobody's going to be wanting to deal with it. And then when you finally start turning around and saying that you're sorry, it's going to be too little too late. I already know like a few people in my personals, right, that are dealing with that right now. Now, other than being stingy and like controlling on people, money, and how we spend our time and give our energy to, right? It also can be for materialistic things, your stuff. I am very picky and controlling on my cards. I use them for readings. I don't want everybody touching all my stuff, especially my cards, because I don't know what energy they're bringing in. I don't know how that's going to affect my reading. Sometimes I have a long reading with you guys and I have to put it up in a certain way and it gets jumbled up, which means I have to redo the whole thing again and it takes a lot of time, right? Right. So for your finance, again, just to wrap it, you guys may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed out. Make sure, again, write things down and organize yourself financially. You're going to be obtaining resources and giving and receiving money, okay? That is great. Because you're stressed out trying to get resources, it's going to fall into place. Again, make sure that you write down the jobs that you're going after, the money that they're paying, and how all of that works. If you guys want a lot of like financial um financial advice and things, please look in my channel, Marikuma Healing. I have it also in my Instagram and things. It's one of my dark minds and butterflies. I believe it's episode 2 or 3. And it talks all about finances, how money works, payments, and things of that nature for you guys to have. Okay. Make sure that you tie into your emotions and empathy and try to relax yourself and have compassion and patience. You're doing what you can. Be very like make sure that you start to save your money and use your money wisely, as well as make sure that you're spending time with people who are not using you, sucking you dry. A lot of people this year, this coming year, really, they're going to be kicking a lot of people out. Okay. Okay, we're getting into your love life now, Capricorn. Okay. My back is just hurting me, man. I don't know if I have malaria or I'm just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. It is killing me. Let me just. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Anyways, yeah, my neck really hurts. It's been hurting for some weeks. We're getting into your love life. This is so fucking weird. You guys have new friends and romance for your love life, right? This is your outcome for 2026. New friendship and romance. The reason why we're having this is because of carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. I can just tell right now, y'all are going to be really needing to learn how y'all deal with your stresses. Y'all got to learn how to deal with your stresses, baby, because this thing popped up like twice now, right? Yeah, this could be one of them. So, carrying a lot of stress and being overwhelmed, I guess, I don't like, I get that some of you guys may be scared to fall in love. Like, here's the thing, y'all in a relationship right now, okay? The ones that are in a relationship right now and it's going well, but you're noticing that there's some things, because you guys probably may be new, right? So if you're new to the relationship, you're kind of learning each other and figuring each other out and all that, right? Okay. So there's some things that y'all are going to have to be okay with. But like, let me really just look at it. If you're carrying all that responsibility and you're being stressed out, and that's what's causing you to find new friendship, I think you finally figured out how to handle your stress better. I'm going to go into deeper with this. What's the cause? Okay. Oh, okay. I want to say for some of y'all, maybe taking, yeah. So the cause of the whole being overwhelmed and bombarded thing is all to do with grieving. What will help you is to let go of the anger and to move on, to organize yourself and make moves, okay? Now, since we're going to be real cute, this is also something that you guys are having problems with. Organizing yourself and moving quickly, okay? Your theme is going to be all about recuperation and recovery. So finding your rhythm and beat and being able to find yourself a little bit more balanced, not only on the inside, but on the outside, it's going to be a big thing. I think if you're going to be overwhelmed and stressed out, maybe just, like, here's the thing. I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to tackle the single Capricorns, okay? The Capricorns that are single, that are not in a relationship. If you want to be in a relationship next year for 2026, take time for yourself. Take time for yourself. Work on your stresses. Work on your stresses and be able to look at yourself and the other people for what they are and what they can be. Last year, I didn't do that. When I was in my relationship, even though the person that I was with told me the truth, and they're like, yeah, well, I'm not really interested. This is not really what I want. We'll try and see, right? I was completely delusional. I knew that it wasn't like I knew that what I was doing wasn't necessarily the rightest thing, right? Yeah, I'm showing my ass out here, but like I'm being honest. See things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Accept it as it is. Accept that some people are not meant to be with you. Accept the fact that you can still care about somebody and wish them the best, but still focus on what's good for you. All right. So, what's going to help you with all that stress is new insight and realization. Again, clear sight, clear vision. See it for what it can become, what it will be, and what it is. If it looks like a duck and it sounds like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a duck. It's not a poodle. It's not a fish. It's not a rover. It's a duck. It's going to do what ducks do, bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah, while we're seeing things for what they are, we're also going to end our love with unreliability and taking risks. Don't be reliable to unreliable people, okay, Capricorn? Make sure that the person that you do end up being with, if you want to be in a relationship, is somebody that will treat you well, somebody that is a healthy person to be around. And I'm not talking about physical health alone, I'm talking about mature. I'm talking about understanding and compassionate and somebody that is your better half. Okay, you guys fill each other out. Your weaknesses could be this person's strength. They're patient and understanding. They don't make you feel like you have to do above and beyond things, right? They just let you feel the way that you need to feel and express yourself and be yourself. Take time to build relationships. Do not jump into it because you are lonely. This goes for everybody. Sometimes ladies and guys and people get into a relationship knowing damn well they have no business to be in a relationship because they don't want to be by themselves. Learn to love yourself before you jump into that bandwagon. Take your time to really see this person and to build a relationship and to have a bond with them. There's no need to rush into things. You don't know if the person you're sleeping with is a snake. She could be really sexy and beautiful, and she could have all the charm in the world, but she could be a very like heartless, two-faced, very cunning, very back-faced person. This could go for a dude. This could go for anybody. Any king, queen, and royal in between can be an abusive asshole. Abuse and toxicity has no gender. It just is what it is. And unhealed people hurt other people because they don't want to deal with their insecurities and things. Take time to sit with yourself and be comfortable in your own company before you jump into it. And if you are lonely and you still want to make a connection, fine. But go slow. Don't rush into it. Most likely, your love life for 2026 is all about new connections and just kind of figuring it out. I think is whatever you make it to be. But again, see things clearly, not what you want them to be, but what they are. You guys have very strong intuition, use it. Don't be impulsive and rush into things, and don't deal with an impulsive person that's going to stress you out. See them as they are and ask yourself, is this somebody that you see yourself with? You want to be with somebody that will take care of you when you're sick and love you through your good, your bad, and your ugly, and also will accept your love, and you will also be loved. All right? Take your time. Next up, Buttercups, we are talking about your family. God. Okay, so achieving goals and rest from action is what's causing your family outcome to have family contentment and joy is what this is. So loved ones, okay? Joy, happiness, contentment, peace of mind. So we're having all of this energy for family 2026 due to the fact that we are basically, this is a retirement card. So you're achieving your goals and your rest from action. So again, you're making enough money to where you don't have to kill yourself for the name of the dollar, like we talked about with your finance and your job, right? As well as having money on the side. So we're doing the things that we want, we're relaxing, and we're having money coming to us. So, all right. Competition and disagreement is the energy you're going to use to get that. Okay. obtaining resources, and giving and receiving money. So, what's up with everybody's family being so freaking financial, man? Let me just look at it. Let me just really look. You're telling me that we're getting the Ten of Hearts due to achieving our goals and rest from action, which is caused by competition and disagreement, which is going to absolutely, at the end of the day, be tied to our resources and our ability to give and receive money. Clearly, you guys are focusing on your finance this coming year, but it is financial, but how? Some of you guys may be helping your family out. You're working on being able to save enough to do your own thing. You may be using competition to build yourself up. Okay. So I'm talking to you guys, and I'm also talking out loud. All right. Like I said, for I know that the competition thing did pop up for theme 25, right? When we began this video. Um, Competition should always be a fun game. I know I said this a lot for Virgos. Competition should always be a fun game. It should always be something that you lift yourself up. The moment that it's taken too far, okay? The moment it is taken too far, baby, that's when it needs to stop. I should never have to be in competition with somebody else to the point where I have to be the best of the very best. And if I'm not the best of the very best, then oh my God, there's a problem. You know what I mean? Look, when I was a kid, my mom used to get us to drink water. Okay. She used to make it into a game. She used to be like, if you drink this bottle of water faster than me, you guys can get 2 scoops of ice cream, or you can have like an extra hour at the park or whatever, right? And it encouraged us to drink water, kept us hydrated, and it was fun. Now, if it's not like that, right? If it's not a fun game, that can turn into an argument. It can turn into a disagreement. It can turn into a fight because now you're going over there and being pushed past your breaking point because you have to go over there and prove yourself that you're this, that, and the third. If it's coming with family, y'all shouldn't, like, here's the thing, family shouldn't be competing with one another. And it's okay if it's a game or whatever, but you shouldn't be competing with your loved ones because you're trying to be the very best. I'm happy that if you guys are getting that achieving goals and rest from action, you guys have worked enough and set up where you can have money coming in and you're still able to relax. That's good. Because you're using competition to lift yourself up and to get that, that's going to work well. It's going to be a fun game for you guys to play and at the same time keep you engaged. Like, oh, you know, we're really close to reaching our goal. I'm going to go treat myself, right? I'm going to give myself a candy bar or something. And at the end of the day, y'all are getting resources and being able to give and receive money. So financially, y'all are well. I think if it's tying into family, maybe you guys are helping family out. You know what I mean? Like maybe y'all's family have been there for you in the hard times and you're doing something nice for your family. Or your family relies on you for finance and you're giving them some money to help them out. Whatever it may be, your finance does tie into taking care of family. Now, you're going to decide if that's something healthy for you guys to do, as long as your family's not taking advantage of you financially, because if they're taking advantage of you financially, I would advise for you guys to go over there and just like, cut them off. You're not a cash cow, okay? You're not a cash cow. Very few people should ever be used for their money. And y'all are going to look at this and be like, did she say very few? Yes. Am I mistaken on what I said? No. I said what I said. I did not stutter. I'm not even being mean to you guys. I'm just saying, like, some people, yes, okay, you do need to go over there and kind of pay up. You know, you're getting, how is it? I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to say it this way, but I pray that you guys take it in kind, okay? If you ever watch Tyler Perry movies, right? And it was Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? And there's like 3 types of movies that has a Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And in this movie, the husband gets sick. The husband cheated on the wife with lots of ladies and left her for one young lady. The young lady took everything and he has nothing, right? It's only a few money in there. And the wife, the ex-wife, is taking care of the husband and all that. And Medea is helping out her niece or whatever, the lady that went through all that jazz. And there's a part in the movie that says this is compensation, right? All the abuse that this person did, now they're paying you back, right? So we're getting compensation. That's what it kind of means. Some people need to pay other people their compensation. Now, is that a nice thing to say? No. Am I being a tad mean about it? Nah, kind of. But I'm being honest at the same time, right? I'm being honest. Some people need to pay you back. Sometimes it's through karma. Sometimes it's through money. Sometimes it's through whatever. But for you guys, family things, y'all are helping them financially. Financially is something to tie into family. And I think a lot of you guys are helping them out. And I don't think you're giving them compensation or whatever, but like you're making sure that the people that you care about and the people that care about you are getting their just desserts. Like you're out here helping and treating them nice. Because again, they were there for you when you needed them. I think you guys are the very few people that I'm not going to tell to cut people out of your life. Like, okay, that. All right, now we're going to get into your friends, okay? Why is your friends? Oh my days. Okay. We're taking you. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Okay. If I was like in the slots, I would have gotten jackpot for getting all these 9s, man. All right. Anyways, your friendship outcome for 2026 is failure to communicate. This is because of endurance, diligence, and strength, time, energy, and effort. Now, I'm going to cut it this way. Capricorn, some of you guys put a lot of effort in the people you care about. A lot of you guys do this. I said some because I was being sweet, but in honesty, a lot. A lot of y'all will give everything to other people, especially the ones that you are very close to and connect with, all right? And if this is leading to failure to communicate, maybe you're putting a lot of time, energy, and effort in things that are not meant for you. Or they're giving you a lot of energy and effort and time, but you're not giving it back to them. I don't see that one really. I see it the other way around. I see like for your friends with the no communications and things, use your time, energy, and effort wisely. What are you like your endurance, diligence, and strength, right? Let's get into it. Endurance, persistence, keep on going, all right? Diligence, preciseness, and strength. Doesn't always have to be strength in body. It can be strength in mind, strength in heart, strength in body, and strength in spirit. So if I'm having mental strength, right, and that's what I'm using, I'm thinking things out. I'm using my logical mind to go over there and make steps that make sense. I'm going about things in a wise and calculating way. Now, if I'm being strong in my heart, I feel my emotions strongly, but I also don't allow my emotions to control me. Okay. And I think that as earth signs, such as ourselves, we are stereotyped as a group Okay, it's not even Virgos, it's Capricorn and Taurus too, that go over there and get called out for being super, like, we don't really have any emotions, we don't feel anything. And the thing is that we feel things very deeply. We're just not going to show the whole wide world. I feel things incredibly deep. I'm not going to show the whole world what I'm feeling every single day. As far as the world is concerned, I'm just out here vibing. Good day, bad day, whatever day. I'm just here. All right. I'm like, all right. It's going to be one of those crazy manic days, whatever. Okay, let's go. Let's go, bro. It only lasts for a moment, so the sooner we get this over with, the better we will be, right? Making jokes, laughing, and whatever. And then when I'm with my people, the ones I'm close to, then I can let all that out. But you guys do a lot for people that you care about. It's really important that you use your time, energy, and effort wisely. You think it, okay? Look at it in a logical way. Feel it if you need to, but understand where the feelings are coming from and how to express it in a nice way. Your body, don't be pushing yourself past your breaking point, man. You need to fill up your cup. How can you fill up your cup? Like, here's the thing, how can I fill up other people's cup when my cup is empty? The pitcher has ran dry. There's no substance in the pitcher for me to go over there and pour into other people. You know what I mean? I have to fill myself up before I fill up others. And I think that's something that you guys are going to learn when it comes to friendship. Be honest. Be honest in what you want in a person. Okay? Be real. It's okay to make connections and be kind of scared of new things. That's all right. But don't go over there and lie to yourself or lie to others about what you're going to be. And don't let somebody take on all your energy. If they're not giving you what you're giving out, they're not worth your time. Whether it's somebody that you love and care about, if they, like, here's the thing, if you're telling them that what they're doing is hurting you and they're not really taking it into consideration and they're not really doing anything about it to make it better, right? They're wasting your time, energy, and effort because you're putting so much in there. Don't have friends like that. Don't have connections like that. I think you guys put in a lot that you just got so tired of it that you kind of just broke off communication with certain people that were supposed to be your friends and your closest people. Independence and self-reliance, standing on your own and having confidence in yourself. Okay? That's what this is. This is like, I trust my actions and I do my own thing. This is going to help you manage your time, energy, and effort wisely. Does it allow you to have some freedom, or you're just kind of stuck doing everything? Or maybe it's one-sided, or maybe it requires you to do a lot more and they're not doing enough. At the end of the day, make sure you manage your time, energy, and effort, because if you don't do that, you're going to cause yourself a lot of problems and stress later on. You may feel guilty as well as putting in healthy boundaries, okay? Another thing with these two cards being paired together, I would say boundaries is a must. If it makes you guys feel better, a lot of the zodiac signs are going to be working on healthy boundaries with other people, especially the friends and family. And for some, even relationships. It's okay to have boundaries, guys. That, it kind of like, here's the thing, having boundaries, right? It weeds out the ugly people. The ugly people can't protect, like, here's the thing, ugly people don't like the fact that you have boundaries because that means they can't do the things that they used to do. And instead of respecting your boundaries, they'll try to test the boundaries and see if they're legit. Real people who love and respect you will respect your boundaries and hear you out, okay? All right, we're almost done, buttercups. We are going to be talking about your spiritual outlook. You guys are coming in for 2026 with leadership and exploration, taking charge of my life, trying new things. Let's go, bro. It's time for Capricorn to step into their power, baby. Step into your power. All right. Ooh. Poor cards. Okay. Whew. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna be a butt. I'm not gonna be a butt. I'm gonna look at it because it's making a lot now. It's making sense. So we are tapping into our creativity and our charisma. Capricorn, you're going to be tapping into that charm of yours. Okay, what is charm? Charm is a gift. Everybody, every baby, every man, every woman, every person has a charm. That means something that people like about you. Do not come to me with y'all's cute and sly sarcastic remarks talking about my money and my cars and my house is why people like me. No, we're not talking about the materialistic thing, baby. We're talking about the core. My personality, people like. The way that I have ideas and thoughts, people like the way that I think, right? And that's my charm, my personality. Now, I'm not going to say that it's the most golden personality in the world, but it's unique, right? It's different. So, uniqueness and difference is what I have. That is my charm. You guys may be kind, funny, sweet, strong, loving, somebody that is nurturing, somebody that makes people feel safe. You could be someone that can support and rally people behind you. You can be a motivator, whatever it may be. That is your charm. Tap into the charm. There's nothing wrong with using your charm, baby. There's nothing wrong. You're not using and abusing people. You're not manipulating others. So, like, don't worry. Tap into it. Okay? If you don't know what your charm is, try new things. You may be actually surprised that you could be multi talented, and that's your charm, your ability to be adaptable and mutable, which gives you a really interesting perspective because not only are you kind of like the jack of all trades, but you have different views on how different things are supposed to be done and kind of like how it can affect you and others. You know what I mean? Like if I'm able to do different things, I'm able to think differently. I'm able to adapt differently. I'm able to kind of like just flow with it and be a little bit more, I don't know how to put it into words. I think you guys kind of get what I mean, right? But like just being able just to go with the flow literally in the sense of like I can bend and move and whatever the way that I need to because I'm just an adjustable person. Like I can just adjust to the situation. I can flip the script and do whatever because it's my talent, it's my charm, right? Okay. So creativity, let's get into that. I don't care what other people say about Capricorn. Some of you guys are very creative. Some of you guys may have problems being creative. Don't worry. Creativity is this. Because I have problem A, doesn't mean I have only solution A. I can have many solutions to solve this problem. And one solution can solve more than one problem. You have to look at it in a different angle. Okay. Sometimes you got to step back, look at it, and be like, yeah, let's try that and see where it goes. Right. So I feel like when you're a little kid, right, you're able to have creativity. Like when you're starting elementary, they want you guys to have like different ideas and try different things. Then when you get to like middle school and high school, it has to be more structured and disciplined and like a one-way type of mentality of thinking. Very few will allow you to explore different options and ways to solve a particular problem, but it's always more like problem A, solution A, problem B, solution B, so forth and so on. ABC equals one, two, three. Instead of it having different aspects or different roads to go about it, it just goes straight through, right? But creativity, in the words of Einstein, if I remember correctly, is a form of intelligence. Creativity allows you to play. It allows you to think outside the box and come up with new things. So that is a form of intelligence. And I think you guys are very smart logically, and you have great intuition and your gut feelings. And I think you should ride with it. At the same time, don't be afraid to try new things and tap into the creative, because not only are you going to need creativity to go after the things that you want, like take charge of your life and do new things, you're coming up with new ideas. New ideas means that you're going to be thinking outside the box. This is the Ace of Clovers. New ideas is what it stands for. You're going to find ways to let go of the anger and rage that is holding you back. And if you are angry at yourself, forgive yourself. Here's the thing. If I could, I would give all of you guys a hug. I would hug all my zodiac babies, because I think this year has been really aggressive to all the zodiac signs. It's been aggressive to the fire signs because now they're having to cut people off and focus on their peace of mind and like tap into their strengths again, right? It has been aggressive to the earth babies because there's a lot of healing and feeling. There's a lot of sitting down and looking at things and being like, this is something I really am not comfortable with looking at, and I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't want to express through it, but you need to. You need to be able to sit on the sand, look at the wave, and let the wave hit you. I'm not saying this in like a literal sense. I'm just saying that when you're healing, right? When you're dealing with yourself, you have to be able to look in the mirror. And so far, that's what it's been. And I think it's been hard this year because this year, some things that maybe you Capricorn have not been dealing with, maybe avoiding slightly or completely, you may need to face it. Okay? Like, here's the thing. You have the right to be angry. I'm not going to tell you guys on this live that you don't have the right to be angry. You shouldn't be upset. It's not even that big of a deal. No. No. I know that was an annoying voice. Sorry for you guys in the headphones hearing this shit. But yeah. You know what I mean? You have the right to be angry. You don't have the right to hold on to it. I'm learning to let go of some resentment. This is where I come in and say, if you guys hate yourself because, oh, well, you should have seen it, you should have known, how can I still be in love with so-and-so when so-and-so is not for me? And, you know, how stupid could that be? Listen, I love some people, okay? I love some people. And I know that on one of them, I can never be with this person. But it doesn't mean that I don't love them any less or any more. I will always care for them. I accept the fact that I cannot be in their life and they cannot be in mine. Another person I love, despite the fact that their particular choices have fucked me in the ass. And it hurts. And there is some resentment that I harbor, some annoyance and disappointment that I harbor to the particular person, but I love them unconditionally. Will I forgive them for those choices? No. But do I hate them? No. And sometimes I think about it and I get angry with the decision that was made. Like, I hate the choice, but not the person. You know what I mean? You can not forgive somebody and still care about them and not have them in your life. You can have somebody in your life that you do not forgive but still love. You can be with somebody that you don't forgive and you don't like because situations may put you guys in the same thing and you're just kind of having to deal with them. Okay? Relationships and situations are really fucking weird. We're talking about resentment and we're talking about your spiritual. And the reason why that is going into some depths about it is because I'm really letting you guys know you cannot forgive somebody and be okay. You cannot forgive somebody and go along with your life and not think about them anymore. You don't have to forgive people to be a good person. You don't have to forgive a person to go over there to the pearl gates. No offense, but the Bible has been rewritten a little too many times, you know what I mean? And I don't think Jesus and God and the Holy Ghost is going to come after anybody because they don't forgive. If that's the case, then you know what? I'm not going to the pearly gates. I don't forgive easily. Don't get me wrong. I used to. I tried. Okay. I tried, man. But it didn't work. Shit. It didn't work out the way that I wanted. And it turned out that I didn't really forgive them. I just told myself I did because I wanted to be a good person. I wanted to be a saint. Listen, forgive yourself. If anybody deserves forgiveness, we deserve to forgive ourselves for the choices and actions and things that were made, the things that we had to do, the things and of course actions that we took. Okay? People don't really see the options and the choices that were presented to you. So with resentment, please forgive yourself, Capricorn. You don't have to forgive other people. You can still love somebody and not forgive them for the actions and things that they've done to you. You can have them in your life and not forgive them, but still love them and accept them that this is the person that they are and they can only give you so much. You can not forgive somebody and love them and not have them in your life. And accept the fact that this person, even though you do care for them and you wish them the best, can no longer be in your life because they're not meant to be in your life. They're possibly just a lesson, to teach you, hey, this is something you should look out for, this is something you should try, or this is something that you should work on. You can never forgive somebody, hate them from the top of your lungs, and learn to let go of the rage against them, but never forget them. Anger is going to kill you slowly or fast. And I think when it comes to resentment, come with new ways to let it go. Especially resentment with yourself. Because the way that I see it, I see you guys being angry at other people, but a big part of that anger is to you. You're angry with yourself. You're resenting yourself. And baby, you're only human. We are flesh, bones, and blood. We are not perfect. And even if somebody by any chance may be AI or whatever, a cyborg, or whatever that is, whatever the terms are, there's always going to be other models that are going to be updated more higher and better than you. My point is that nobody, whether it's organic or artificial, is perfect. Perfection does not exist in this realm. Flaws do. You're human. You tried your best, and sometimes things don't work out the way that you want. Focus on enjoying your life and letting go of certain emotions that have been holding you back, especially anger that you feel towards yourself because you could have, should have, would have, if only. Baby, no. Do not play the if only, should have, could have, would have game. It never ends well. You did your best. You are doing great. And this coming year is going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. You know what I mean. You're going to be taking charge of your life and trying new things. That's the energy you're bringing for 2026. We're tapping into our creativity. We're tapping into our charms. I had a split thought, bro. I was charming and tapping, and so it came as a charming thing. Whatever. It's millennial nonsense, man. I'm telling you, being millennial is fucking weird. Anywho, new ideas to tap into your charms and ability and let go of the resentment. Be nice to yourself, okay? We are gonna get into part 2, probably after this one. So before I go, if you guys are interested in a 2026 year, let me try it again. If you guys are ready to get a 2026 year reading with me for your personal reading, right? Just to see what next year has in store for you. It is 25K Uganda shillings through Airtel, MTN, and mobile money. If you have PayPal and Zelle, it is $20. Now, if you have Cash App and things of that nature, I don't have it. I have PayPal, Zelle, and Airtel. Airtel allows me to take things from MTN, mobile money, and Airtel itself. That means if you guys have that, because some of y'all are from Africa, some of you guys are from the States, some of you guys are from Asia, some of you guys are from Middle East or Europe or South America or whatever. And so the currency could be a little different, right? But again, I'm doing this special because this month we are celebrating 1 whole year of Marikuma Healing being on YouTube. Never thought I'd see the day. I never thought to see the day my business be one on YouTube and two be a year. Like, bro, let's go. Let's go, bro. Anywho, I'm also celebrating 2 years of my business officially running, right? We've been now at it for 2 years, guys. 2 years. Oh my days. We're celebrating it for January 8th. So up until January 8th will be the last time you guys can get this offer, 25K Uganda shillings to $20 USD for a whole year reading with me. So yeah, if you're interested in it, I do FaceTimes. My information is in the description below. And I also wrote down the things and everything. One hand is $6. 2 is 20, shorter card readings if you're not interested in year readings. Maybe you want to have a love reading, right? Well, another special that I have for $27, either through PayPal, Zelle, or Airtel, okay? You can get 3 regular readings that are not year related, plus 2 palm readings for $27. That means 5 things for $27. You can have a love reading, a future love reading, and a compatibility reading, as well as you and your partner's, palm readings together to see about the mutability and compatibility between you guys. My palm readings are all based on character, personality, and just character code, okay? That's how I read them. And I will in the future have more diverse palm readings where we can actually be like, okay, guys, let's look into your future. Let's look into the past. Let's look into the present now. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. Let's be adventurous. Let's really foresee it. So give me the hands. Let me see what they have to say about you. Other than card readings and palm readings, I also offer counseling and advice. $6 weekly, $20 monthly, and if you're wanting to have a year, it is $120 for a whole year. You can have it any day, anytime you want. I know that sometimes depending on where I'm at, because right now, the time zone is a little different. And so if you guys are in the States, I'm way ahead of you versus if you guys were in Middle East or Europe where we're kind of on the same time length and whatever. But yeah, I'm not a certified counselor. I've counseled quite a few people. And when I say quite a few, I mean at least a good amount, maybe 20, 30 people or so. I've done a lot of counseling videos, so it helps as well. But yeah, while my business has been running almost 2 years, I've counseled quite a few people. So if you're interested in it and you want to give me a chance, hey, you know where to go. If you like what I do, please follow and subscribe for more. My YouTube channel for Marikuma Healing is going to have a lot of new videos that is not available for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So if you guys want to have different videos and things of that nature, follow and subscribe for more. Thank you guys for 71 subscribers, and stay tuned for part 2 of Capricorn's 2026 year reading, where we tackle January through December, problems, solutions, and the main theme of 2026 for you. All right, guys, slay the day. Be happy and be gay.